All right, let's go. Let's get it on.
All right, so last time we left off, our intrepid heroes, with the help of Thelvadam.
What? Glassblade? What?
I'm sorry, not Thelvadam.
With the help of the Arbiter.
Found themselves in Alfield after a very lucky roll for divine intervention through a teleportation spell, leaving behind three of their crew members to reopen the portal somehow. But have found themselves back in their hometown of Alfield and find it destroyed.
Well,
and that's where we're gonna kick things off tonight.
And today, because Juan is going to be a little late, I am playing as Juan. Oh, that's great.
So, you guys make the jump through the teleportation circle. Upon landing, you look around and you find what you know is Alfield, but can't believe before your eyes is a town slaughtered and razed. There are crumbling buildings where there used to be families. The graveyard is defiled, and many of the gravestones are broken or shattered. You see a trail of destruction leading from the building to your right that seems to go straight through another building and into the burning orchard that used to be big trees. What do you do?
Well, one, I think I look around in horror. Like, it's a bit too familiar to me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of look back at Kyoko, and I think I share a glance with her.
We share that look.
Yeah.
So, Chervil, you look around and you see to the right of Fel, where he's standing, there is what looks like a slaughtered beast. Not dissimilar from what Sprocket turns into. Although mangled, it definitely resembles what Sprocket should be. Corpses line the streets and blood flows from just about everywhere.
We can see in this building.
The smell of death and fire is very imminent.
Okay.
It's very prominent.
We can see in this building from here, right?
Sprocket and
yes, you can.
Okay.
I kind of look at Sprocket and Chervil. I'm like, I have to go find my brother.
Go.
Roll me a perception check, Chervil.
Oh. What do you hear with your magic ears? Before you talk, you have things?
Do I have to stick to my movement speed?
Yes.
Okay.
But before you do that, I need Chervil to roll me a perception check. 15. Okay.
That was with a 5.
You hear heavy breathing coming somewhere in this general direction. Coming from over here somewhere. You're not really sure. But you do hear it from somewhere over there. Heavy breathing and what sounds like the occasional thud of somebody being hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
After I see Kyoko move, I follow her lead.
Oh.
Okay.
After those two head off, I hand Chervil, Tom, and who's the barbarian lady?
Sheev.
Lady Sheev.
2 spell scrolls.
Spell scrolls. What is this? How does this work?
I had planned to use these for a certain occasion, and I think now's the time.
Right, but what do they do?
Has any of you heard the spell Magnify Gravity?
Oh,
I've not, but it seems self-explanatory.
If we see something big, we all use it at the same time. Agreed?
Okay. Right. And Drivel agrees.
yeah. So I'm guessing. Does Sherville say something about where she hears the voices at all? Because Doc is kind of there too. Yeah. Doc looks at. I mean, those two seem to be on a mission. The rest of us should go figure out what those noises are. All right. So, yeah. Doc's like,
Okay.
Sherville, the rest of us will stick with you. Where are you going? Let Sherville make a choice of where to go. We're doing movement speed, so... Oh. Wait, can she move? 45? Oh, jeez. I mean, could we dash, or...
You guys have already moved. We're gonna do
Okay.
turn order for everybody else.
I'm gonna have Doc go. No, I'm just saying in
Tom,
general.
Bella, and Sheev are gonna go catch up.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general, is dashing allowed?
And Chervil, you can. However,
Okay.
Chervil, you hear this to your right. Well, well. I never expected to see you here. And from inside of the building to your right, Azamodius appears.
God damn it.
How did you get here?
She said the same thing! How did you get... Oh, they just say it at the same time?
Wouldn't you like to know? Says another Azamodius.
Oh.
Interesting.
Kyoko just hears growling from Sprocket. He hasn't transformed yet.
You see Kyoko gripping her axe.
So I'm going to deploy the owl.
Deploy
the
the boy!
Let me find your owl. Hold on. It's somewhere around here. Here it is.
It's gonna be a bunny again.
Yes,
Yep.
because I still haven't
Yep.
prepared that fucking owl.
Sprocket, underneath his growl is just like... We got here because we needed to. It doesn't matter how.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
I guess it matters not.
Doc's just kind of looking at the two of them nervously. Just like,
You're all going to die anyway. Roll initiative, everybody.
Ah! Okay. My first one will be for Sprocket, my second one will be for Doc.
Gotcha. We're gonna
So-
keep that rule going forward. Your first
Yep.
one will be Sprocket, your second one will be Doc.
If I have to roll them both, yeah. Well, I mean, that worked out because Doc rolled an 8. Jazz, nice 16.
Rolling initiative.
Yeah. Mater got a 24.
Damn, Mater!
And John got a 22. Oh. Darius,
Okay.
is your dexterity a 0?
Oh, Darius, you're not rolling yet. I'm sorry.
Oh.
They've not discovered you yet. You're not rolling yet.
I just wasn't sure.
That's fine.
Also,
Currently,
just-
we're gonna
just a-
treat you like you're suspended in time.
Yeah.
Okay, that works for me. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And also, just so you know, I'm gonna stay muted in case someone in this house calls on me, so that I'm not messing anything up.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Oh, trust me, we're used to that.
Yeah.
Kyoko. And turn. Then... Or no, it would have been Sprocket, then Kyoko. Gotcha. Sprocket, Kyoko.
Shervil's before talk.
Yeah, Chervo is before talking the turn order.
I don't see her turn order thing on the turn order.
Let me delete it and put her
Sorry.
there again then.
I just...
No, you're alright.
Yeah.
It may be a Chervo that's not on this screen.
Might have been just a glitch or something. It does that.
Yeah. And then next it's the Doctor and Azamodius, but Azamodius has a higher.
Who got the 13,
Turn.
Matthew, that you rolled?
That was the other Azamodius.
Uh-oh. Oh, you didn't roll for Sheev or any of the other NPCs yet?
I know, I've not done that yet.
No, that was
Still.
a question. I was...
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I'm working here.
It's fine. I was just asking.
I'm trying my best. This is... Lady Sheev, Shador, Whistler. That's Dr. Bones. I don't need him yet. Where the fuck is my... I have Tom and Lady Sheev. I know I made a Thel sheet. Huh. Okay. Well, we'll improvise. Let me just go ahead. Tom with a +3. Lady Sheev with a +2, but with advantage because she's also Barbar.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright, so a 15 and... Gotcha.
15's in between Kyoko and the first Azamodius, and then Sheev is last.
Well, no, Sheev goes before the second
Oh,
Azamodius.
11.
And...
Sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't see the 11.
No, it's okay. So now it's Tom, then pretty much then Lady Sheev, and then...
Well, Lady Sheev's in between the two Azamodiuses, yeah.
And the Doctor. Where's the Doctor? There's the Doctor. Sorry, I'm zoomed way the hell out so I can actually see everything. Okay, so then Thel we're gonna place at the bottom of the turn order. Okay, so Chervil, first up. You technically got the drop on them. I will allow you 1 round to get an advantage attack, as this would be considered a sneak attack. As they were not expecting you to be here.
Convenient.
I have so many pages to keep track of.
She can... she can totally 1v1 these dudes like a swashbuckler would normally to be.
Yeah. Also, she drew her saber, which is so fucking interesting to me, because usually she does range. So I'm so happy to finally see her use it.
Yeah, I know, right? Just a check. Type, clickety-clack. Clickety-clack down the track. It's lots and lots of... I'm glad she hates this dude as much as us.
You assume so.
Yeah.
You do find that safe to assume.
Mater always trying to give the benefit of the doubt to people. I love it.
Actually, roll me a insight check. Roll me an insight check. 13. With a 13, you're able to discern that in these two buildings to your right and left, the holes in them are much larger than the actual frame of Azamodius himself. And you've never known Azamodius to be capable of destroying buildings with just a punch.
Would they be...
Maybe something bigger did this.
Okay.
But not bigger than the Laughing Hand.
Okay, that's what I was gonna... Yeah. So... Come on, swashbuckler. Kick some ass!
And I'll consider that your bonus action was to inside all this.
Alrighty.
Yes,
It'd be
1d20 plus dex plus proficiency. To attack.
And you'd have to step up to them if you're going to use the blade. But your swashbuckling stuff activates because you wouldn't be within 5 feet of an ally, and they wouldn't be within 5 feet of an ally. Oh.
19. That is a hit.
You would need... I'm going to have her step forward because she would need to do that. If she's going to use her saber.
I believe she is. So go ahead and roll the damage of the saber, plus your dexterity, plus 1. I'm sorry, plus... Is it plus 1 or plus 2?
It'd be...
I think it was a plus 2 saber.
I have the saber, so I can actually check. It is a plus 1 saber.
It is a plus 1 saber. Okay, so it's the D8 plus your dex plus 1.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So 8 and sneak
8
attack.
slashing damage. And go ahead and add your sneak attack rolls.
Yeah.
Rogue baby.
I mean, she's also swashbuckler. She would get sneak attack anyway because of the two of them are fighting 1v1 with nobody within 5 feet of either. Oh!
Nice. Okay, so he takes 28 points of slashing damage. Just right to the torso. You cleave him pretty good, but he's still standing.
We're both... I'm just looking at him like, she can get into a fight.
That's the question.
Well, what's your question, Darius?
Yeah, what's your question, Darius?
How do you pronounce Dr. Marcel's last name?
Don't worry about it!
That is the question, isn't
That
it?
is the question.
They just call him Doc.
Yeah.
That's Doc. Okay, just...
It's the doc.
You know, it's Dr. Octagon, Gonica, Vanya, Shin, Mornstein.
You gotta... Yeah, I know, that's close. You gotta wait for Juan to get here before...
Even
gotta
he
give
struggles
points
to
for
pronounce it.
So was there any reaction is her question.
As far as you know, you just cut him real good, and he hasn't reacted to you cutting him. Like, you cut him, and you cut him really deep, and he looks really hurt. But other than that, no reaction.
It was a bonus action to command the familiar to go that way. And... yeah. Pretty sure I can see him, right?
Yeah.
Airboat.
In my mind, this is a fake. That's fair. John's...
What did you say, John?
John's firebolting the Azamodius, yeah.
Airbolt.
Roll the hit.
I have advantage because she's within 5 feet of it.
Oh, you get that too? Oh! Hell yeah!
Crit. Go ahead and roll damage, and we'll double that damage.
That's awesome.
Good shit.
That's awesome.
Good shit.
Oh,
I want to see if he kills it.
26 fire damage.
So Chervil, you see a flash of orange and yellow fire burst past your shoulder and straight into where you just carved deep into this Azamodius's chest. And you just watch the fireball go straight through.
Oh.
Like, pierces straight through him.
Oh, pierce straight through.
He looks
okay.
down at the giant hole in his chest that is singed and burnt. Looks up and goes, "Nice shot." Drops dead.
Oh! That's hilarious.
You see Tuck at the back just like with the finger gun out, just like close the top of the finger.
Are you gonna do any movement or?
Okay.
Okay. Sprocket, you're up.
I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, I am going to rip a hole straight through you. And as he's speaking, he's also, the horn's going off as well, the train whistle, and he's transforming, and he's continuing to speak through his transformation.
Okay.
And
Cool.
he sprints up. I'm going to kill every single one of you, and I'm only going to use my bonus attack because that's all I can do.
Sounds
my
good.
with my
I'm
strike.
actually gonna switch up the music for this as the
All right.
tone seems to have changed.
I would say so. What is my it is strength or dex. Okay. So it would be +7. I do not hit with an 11. I am a little bit enraged.
Okay. So you missed the first tip.
Yes, I did. That's all I can do because I used my action to transform.
That's right. I thought transforming was a bonus action.
It is not. I re-looked at it.
Ah, okay.
I
Okay, well.
have done better in the last couple of sessions because I had to re-look at it.
I see. Kyoko, you're up.
You see the storm aura around Kyoko. She grabs her
Oh.
great axe. She's like, let's end this.
I also have 9 temp HP.
So you activate your aura, and Lady Sheev ends up getting how much temporary HP?
Let me double check that since we leveled up here
'Cause
recently.
I think it's 4 now. 4 or 6.
Is it your
Yeah,
proficient?
let me double check it. Nah, it's a separate thing.
Mm-hmm. Because I know your storm that you chose was the Tundra.
Under, yeah, it's 4 at 10th level.
Ooh.
4 at 10th level.
Okay.
And because you're still 9th level, it's only 2.
I thought we were. Oh, yeah, we are level 9. Alright.
So is it 2 or 3?
Then Lady Sheev and the Doctor would have gotten
It is 3.
Okay.
Oh, it's 3.
Okay, so the doctor
Yeah.
gets 3 temp HP as well?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I've already said it.
Oh.
I just didn't do a full bar for it.
Okay.
And and let me get my roll for.
I also remembered my temp HP from my transformation, so I don't get anything Jazz gives me.
Yep.
Because I'm at 9.
I re-looked at my stats here recently, and guess what?
What?
Fuck yeah.
That's a +9 to hit.
Oh,
Oh.
it's a +9 or a +10? Did you say?
It's +9.
Okay, so you
And-
swing, and unfortunately, you miss.
Oh shit.
You actually go to hit him, and he uses his he expends a key point to redirect your attack to make you hit Sprocket instead. Go ahead and roll your damage, but roll it on Sprocket.
She misses me.
Don't I usually attack twice?
You would, but, yeah, you have
Oh
extra
no,
attack, Jazz.
Jacob, with
Oh.
a redirect attack, it's 1 key point to make a missed attack
okay,
hit
okay,
someone
okay.
else within
Cool.
5 feet of you.
Cool.
So go ahead and roll your damage for that first hit, but it'll be going to Sprocket.
Oof. I'm sorry, Sprocket.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
It's like she
That would be her second
Come on.
attack. Or 17 damage. Okay.
17 damage
Is
to
this
you.
this is I resist it because it's not silvered. That's good.
Mhm.
So I it cleaves into me, and so it would be 8 damage because it's rounded down.
Mhm.
Oops, not that. That'd be a 1. I look at Kyoko and I just grab the axe with the hand on that side and pull it out of the little bit of my shoulder. It just kind of wedged into, and I just nod and I let go for your second attack.
I nod back. How's a 23 sound?
23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
A little low on damage. That's all right.
That's alright,
12.
you're a barbarian. You're not really known for damage.
You're known for meat.
Alright. So he redirects your first attack, and Sprocket aids you in pulling it out of him. You rip it out with the help of Sprocket, and on the backswing, you catch him right in the clavicle. It's now
And,
Tom's turn. Unless you had another thing you could do.
I think that was a bonus, a move,
Not at the
and an
moment.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Tom is going to. That's just out of his range.
He has a spear.
Tom saw
Oh.
Talk run off.
That's fair.
So Tom is gonna go after Talk. So he's gonna go 15 feet here and then 30 feet to here to support him. So Tom is following Talk. Next up is Lady Sheaves. Next is Lady Sheaves' turn. Lady Sheaves sees all this going down, gets really excited, and runs 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 to here.
Whoa!
And she's going to swing at him with... Well, she's going to activate her rage.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go ahead and...
All these beautiful women that are barbarians. What's going on?
Don't kink shame me.
Whoa.
No, I'm not shaming you at all. Like, you could grate cheese off those abs, man.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I have to look something up because I don't have it written down on the sheet.
Hold me in your Amazon goddess arms.
Look, I need you to calm down. Desert. She is level 6, so that's 4.
Yes!
So as Lady Sheaves sprints by Kyoko, your normally cold aura that you give off is a little overshadowed actually by this sensation of heat and passion burning past you as Azamodius takes 3 points of burning damage.
Oh,
Just for being this close to her.
I'd laugh if he
And
died.
she's gonna swing twice with her silvered greatsword.
I give Lady Shiva fist, like a
Ooh!
fist
Well, the
bump.
first one, he blocks the attack, and he wasn't expecting her to kind of like Bakobo Club, bring it up even faster, and cleave straight down into his arm again. That's another natural 20.
Oh, shit!
2d6 plus 5. $20 points of damage to him. She cleaves through one of his arms, so his left arm is just broken at the forearm, just completely severed.
Mm-hmm.
And right down into his clavicle, the same clavicle where Jazz's axe is currently embedded, and he drops dead.
Oh,
I give Lady Shiva fist pump.
you...
She reciprocates it, and you swear, like, if you two weren't as angry as you were, your knuckles would have broken. It's the doctor's
I'm gonna
turn.
be feeling that in the morning, aren't I?
Oh yeah, you will. Oh yeah, you will. She's making up for the Wendigo thing.
You guys literally cut him half like scissors.
Yeah.
So the doctor is going to do Doc is going to do a perception check, to see, where the more fighting is at again, and make a decision based off of that.
Roll perception.
I got a 7, so
7. He hears something. He hears something moving around in this building.
Sorry,
And
Mater's
He
texting
just
me.
heard.
Uh,
He just heard of somebody fall down in this building.
so
But
he's gonna
he's uncertain.
dash over to the entrance of this building and look inside.
Okay. Inside, he sees
Oh,
another
that's
Azamodius.
Of course he does.
And because he's as close as he is to this building, on his way in, he spotted another Azamodius just kill a gnoll.
He shouts back real quick, "They're in every building!" And he's gonna continue his dash a little bit further because he still had a little bit of movement, and bonus action Fury of Blows this Azamodius.
Flurry of blows.
Yeah, Flurry of Blows.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit twice.
I gotta see what wand stuff is real quick. Monk abilities. He's kind of gotten things a little split up. He can use dexterity for it, right? Man, how does wand do this? Sometimes 4.
So it's his
4.
dex plus.
Yep, it's 4 plus 4. So.
Dex plus pro. Yeah.
Yeah. 22 and 27.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And
for his fists.
I'm just looking at. They should
Don't
be.
forget to take down a key point.
I have it physical too, just in case. I forget.
Mm.
And he has it at I think it's a D6. Yeah, D6 plus. So he hits twice, so I'm just gonna do both of them together, of course. He does 17 damage.
17 damage.
Just whack, whack, whack.
Just punches him. So he rushes into the building after spotting one of them and sees another. And as he was running to push like a door open that isn't there because, he's used to a door being here.
Yeah.
The first one is just a flying haymaker straight into Azamodius' jaw, who didn't see this coming, by the way. And then he follows it up with an uppercut after he just socked this man in the jaw. Gets a clean uppercut in and just fucks his shit up. He's pretty disoriented.
Yeah.
To say the least.
I would say
it's
so.
Phil's turn, and he's like, "Oh man, this is bad. This is bad." Eeny, meeny, smaller team. No time to think. And he runs after Talk and Tom.
Oh. Wait, this one does? Or
no, Thel Glassblade.
Thel does. Okay.
Thel's running after Talk and Tom.
I was looking at wand stuff and I didn't see the turn order change. Whoops.
You're fine. Chervil, it's your turn again.
Oh. Is there anything in this building? In the building. Yeah.
There is a dead woman, Noel. She's unfortunately been bludgeoned to death. The home is ransacked, and there appears to be a barrel inside, but it looks to be of no significance. Nothing in here that you could loot or anything like that, and there's not really any helping the woman. She's dead. Don't forget, you can bonus action dash.
Yeah. Or, she could do what she does best, shoot people.
Yeah, or you can do that.
I mean...
hey, she forgot she can bonus action dash.
Hooray for rogues.
Yeah, man.
If you're gonna if you're gonna go around walls, you'll want to do that.
Sniper Oirit Woot.
Sniper pirate.
Sniper Oirit.
Sniper.
Sniper.
Professionals.
She's a sniper from down under.
This part I think is open. Yeah.
Yes, it is open. There's a 5-foot gap for you to squeeze through, where the bed seems to be slammed up against the wall, almost like as if it was being used for cover.
Oh, I see. Like right here. So you can squeeze through there.
Mm-hmm. But you can squeeze through the hole on the other side.
You can get to about there. If you bonus action dashed. Anyway.
And like I had pointed out earlier, there does seem to be a trail of destruction leading from the graveyard straight through these two buildings.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so she's gonna move there. For her
Okay.
first movement. For her movement. Cool. Oh. Oh, yeah, you can easily hit him. Yeah, yeah!
Shooting him? Alright, roll to shoot. It's still your dex plus
Proficiency, yeah.
proficiency. So.
I don't think that one is... Ooh.
He's got his back turned to you. He does not know what's going on.
Does she have advantage because of that?
You do have advantage because it's hidden. Juan says ETA 20 minutes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll again, Mater.
Go
You
ahead
have
and roll
advantage.
another time and take the highest. 11. So the arrow whizzes past you. Fire and the arrow just whizzes past him. He turns around quickly and spots you immediately.
That's not great.
Now we'll add him to the turn order.
Mater, you still have your bonus action, so you can move again, or you could like hide behind this tree or something. Is the tree on fire?
Yes,
oh,
the
it
tree
is
on fire.
Oh, they are! Oh no! How fast?
It's that tree in particular looks like it's been on fire for a while. It's burning hot to be standing where you are. Not enough to hurt you, but like any closer and you think you're gonna start taking damage from how on fire it is.
Okay.
Gonna go square up. Gonna go square up with him.
Square up. Boop. Oh, she's going there.
All right. So you move there with the rest of your movement, and you're just squaring up, ready to face this guy down. You are no fear. Like you understand that this is your crew's home, and as their captain, it is your duty to save it.
Yeah, the saber is out now. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Peter.
Doc, it's your go.
I love Captain Sherville squaring up with the saber.
Me too.
Fire burning in the back. Oh, Mater looks so badass. She's like, oh, that's awesome. Just
Oh, I love it.
come at me with flames behind her.
She's standing right where the flames are like right behind her.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so
incredible.
you're moving the rabbit there. Is that what's going on, Juan or
Or
John?
John. Yep. Yes, he is.
Okay, your bunny goes there, and it is able to see.
Action.
You're able to see some of in the building. That angle, I'd say that this much of the building is revealed to you.
I believe that.
And given the distance to you, I know familiars can do this. All right, within 100 feet, your familiar does inform you that there is a trap door under the rug that you didn't know was there. But the bodies on the ground around it are dead Azamodiuses.
Oh.
Oh.
So there's
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4 dead Azamodiuses that it can see. One of which is pierced to the wall here with a chair. The other one here appears to have had a chair tossed at him and it cleaved his head right off. The one here seems to have been cut, and the one here seems to have had a bite taken out of its neck.
Oh, hell yeah. That's our boy. That's Gnarl.
That's no baby.
And there's what appears to be a red pulp on this wall here
Oh.
that had 2 chairs thrown at it.
Oh. Nasty.
And of course it sees something giant and blue coming out of the well on the other side of the house.
Yep.
I'm not certain what it is.
Yeah,
I was wondering when we were gonna acknowledge the big fuck off tentacle.
I was gonna acknowledge it when you got closer to it.
Jazz, you and I know what it is. Don't worry about it. So we have no reason to
You
acknowledge.
technically don't actually know what it is.
Well,
You've never seen it before.
we've never
You know of
seen
it.
it. We know
You're not
of
sure
it.
what that is.
Like we knew its existence, but we didn't know exactly.
Yeah.
And talk, that's your normal movement? Are you gonna dash or are you just
Ready to use the bonus action to command the familiar.
Dash is an action.
right?
Action.
Dashing is an action though.
If you're not a, yeah,
If you're not a rogue, dashing is an action.
or have some feet. I think I don't know. All right.
Yeah,
All right. He just moved.
I think it's part of his thing. Okay,
All right.
Sprocket, it is your turn.
I look at
You
Kyoko.
just watched the girl power scene.
Yeah,
where
I did.
Sheev and Kyoko just murdered that thing.
I look at.
You do see that on the ground next to you. There is a dead Azamodius as well as these two villagers.
Mhm. I look at Kyoko and Lady Sheev, and I'm like, Kyoko, go with the others. We'll split up. We'll find him. Sheev with me. And as I wave forward, and I'm going to.
This is the first time that you've noticed Sprocket be able to
Dash.
speak while in werewolf form.
Kyoko feels quite a bit of pride.
I go this way. That's with a dash action, and I'm going to use my bonus to
Ooh.
try and cleave this one. So
you're running through and like going in for a wild slash. Okay.
yeah, pretty
See
much.
that roll.
I doubt, but we'll see. I got a 16.
16?
Ah, man, I'm just.
You go to slash him, and he spends a key point to redirect your attack into the doctor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So as he's recovering from that uppercut, his head is coming back down. You're coming in for the slice at his throat, and he just bends your arm in a weird way with a circular motion of his own hands, and he injects your claws directly into the doctor.
Shit.
And the doctor takes. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, okay, yeah. My, I think it's a 6 right now. I did it last time, it was a d6. Plus, it's not that much. I did 6 damage to him.
6 damage to the doctor.
It's a good thing Jazz gave him some temp HP.
Yes, it is.
Fuck. Man, that's my turn. That's all I can do.
Okay. Kyoko, it's your turn.
I nod at Lady Sheev.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So that's 40. Let me scroll down.
Remember, you're going around a building, so you're going to
Yeah.
need to.
So 40's right about there.
20.
So 40 is about where Tom is.
40.
Yeah.
Can you help me figure out about 80 going this way?
80
Because
going
I
that way.
can't
Yeah,
do the.
So you'd be going boop.
80's about here, where I'm at.
Okay.
Well, you went one a little bit lower, Jacob, so
Oh,
you can go one
okay.
farther than that.
Okay. So,
About.
actually about
80 would be right here.
here.
where I am.
Yeah.
Here or there.
Yep.
You could scoot one to your left if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Mhm.
And the storm aura. That's when I start my turn, right?
That's when you end it.
That's when you end your turn.
When you activate it, it's when it starts, but when you're using it, it's when it ends.
But
Hey, talk. Get 3 temp HP.
does it go 20 feet?
Does it go 20 feet? I thought it was 10.
Wait, let me double check. I still have it up. In my aura, what's the aura? Oh, yep. 10.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
No problem.
Yeah, it's 10 feet away from you. So it's Tom's turn, and he's gonna book it. He has human legs that go human speed.
Well, he has more bounder
5,
tendons.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then he's gonna take a standing leap,
Woo!
like a running jump when he gets to where you are, Kyoko.
Damn.
And he's going to jump on top of the building. Unfortunately, because of the damage, he falls through it.
Oh, shit.
So he falls through the roof, and he's going to take a D10 of falling damage for every...
Oh, it's
Sorry,
a D6.
Yeah,
for every
it's
10
a D6
feet.
of falling damage for every 10 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, you had it right.
Because of his more
backwards.
bounder... No, because of his more bounder
Oh.
tendons, he can fall 15 feet.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
So he crashes through the roof of the building this was supposed to be reveal, sir.
I love how it became.
Tom.
To reveal the whole room, another dead wolf-like creature that heavily resembles Sprocket is here, and there's another dead man pinned here against the wall with another chair.
Yeah.
And then 2 dead men here. The dead man and the wolf seem to have been sawn in half by the speed at which the table was thrown at them. Like, it is embedded into the wood.
Jesus.
And Tom's just like, oh, that's a lot of blood. Lady Sheep's turn.
Just a bunch of meat men.
It's a bunch of meat men.
I'm gonna mute myself so I can go to the bathroom real
So you
quick.
get that's 25.
Oh.
There's 55. And then 85. 110.
Does she have like mobile?
She has the mobile feat,
That's awesome.
and she has the barbarian feat.
That's
movement
incredible.
Speed. She has 55 movement speed. She was a counter to Kyoko.
That's incredible. I love it.
And she dashed as an action. So yes, that is her turn. It is the doctor's turn now.
Okay. He scoots 5 feet of his movement here for now, and so he's flanking with me. As he sees that we are fighting, and he's gonna do his 2 attacks, his 2 main attacks, with advantage, right? Fuck, I missed with the 17. And then a 27.
But he does hit with the 27.
I think
so
the
go ahead and
27
roll the
hits. So then he smashes him in the 5 damage. I don't think that killed.
Did not kill.
So he's gonna use a
He
key.
got a good blow to the back of the head, but he's still standing.
I'm gonna use a key point to do one of his strikes, and I need to look at it since I hit the
His
second one.
stumping strike.
I think that's the one.
Okay.
Spend
We'll
1
make
key
the
point.
save.
Strike. Or I could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do save. So it's a Constitution save,
Got it.
and he has to beat a 14, which isn't too bad, and he beats it. Okay.
And he beats it. So he punches him in the back of the head, and for a moment he sees stars, and then quickly shakes it off, and he's fine.
Then I'm just gonna use my bonus unarmed strike as well with him,
Okay.
and so
With advantage.
It's higher
That
than
hits.
that, but I totally fucked it up.
It hit either way.
Ooh, and this time it's a max damage. I got a min and a max damage.
Nice. Yeah, you hit him pretty good, but he's still standing.
Okay.
It's looking rough, but he's still standing.
All right, and that's
And it is his turn.
all he's gonna do.
Not liking the situation this one is in,
Mm-hmm.
Azamodius is going to use all of his hits on you, and because he is a monk, his level 15 monk actually, his attacks are considered magical.
Yes, but they have to be silvered to hurt me with vulnerability.
Do they have to be silver?
Yes,
I
they
thought
do.
If it was magical, it went through as well.
Nope. That it for barbarians and like rage type things like that. And for mine, it said only silvered weapons I have vulnerability to.
Okay, so he's going to attack you twice with his attack and extra attack. So 12 and 22.
Okay, so he hits the second one.
And then he's going to use his bonus action to flurry of blows.
Yep.
So 29 and 11.
And he hits with the he hits at the middle too.
And he's going to expend another key point to do
Right.
stunning strike on you.
Okay, so
I
that's
need
a
you to make
con
me
save.
a con save as well. And
Which
you
is
need to be a
convenient.
a 17.
I got a 24.
Oh, good shit.
He hit me
All right.
like twice in the face, and I just looked at him.
Yeah, really. So D8s, 2 of them plus his dex.
So that's 0, and I'm just gonna.
You take 21
So
bludgeoning
10,
damage, halved to 10.
So -9. Yeah, I already took it all. I already took the 1 off my temp HP, and there's the 9. All right. I'm good.
Then it's Thel's turn. He's gonna run to keep up. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Action dash. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And he just makes it in front of Talk. He's like, man, you guys are fast. And it's the other Azamodius' turn that accepts your taunt, Cherbil.
Ooh.
He's gonna dash out of the building after dropping that guy that he just killed out of his hands. Drops his spattered corpse to the ground, sprints right up to you, and he's gonna roll to attack you, and he's gonna use his legendary action called Drunken Flurry.
Captain.
So he's gonna make 8 melee attacks at you.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If there's a crit in there, Mater,
1,
use your uncanny
2,
dodge.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So 3
I know
missed.
the 1 missed.
3 missed.
So three of them hit. Okay, so
Yeah.
20,
Well-
26, 26, 22.
No,
19 hit.
5 of them hit.
5 of them hit.
Yeah.
Tracy's above a 19.
Her AC is a 17.
Oh, okay. All right.
So.
8 plus 5.
It's gonna hurt.
Ooh.
So you said 5 of them hit, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So Mater, you can use your reaction to have that 12 for an uncanny dodge. She's typing, let's see. Only on 1, yes. You can only use uncanny dodge on 1. So that 12 is probably the best one to use it on. 11, 17, 25, 34, 40 damage, holy
40 damage.
shit!
40 points of bludgeoning damage straight to you, Cherbil. He rushes at you with a weird wobble as he runs, and you see this look in his eyes that tells you, is he drunk? And then just pop, 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 pop.
Oh!
Fuck your shit.
Oh! Okay. That makes sense. Oh!
And now it's your turn.
He hit every pressure point. Well, let's dance! Oh my god!
All right.
Peter, I'm loving it.
Oh, I'm loving it so much.
Now here's the thing I did learn about Swashbuckler. You know that bonus action you have where you can give yourself advantage?
Yeah.
You can use that at the start of your turn.
Yep. And it
so you
works.
could give yourself advantage to attack him.
Yep. And it works with melee
yeah.
weapons. So. Yeah, steady aim is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So. Oh. Oh man. Dude, he got fucked up. I see somebody has joined into the game.
Doc joined.
Is that already done?
Hey, buddy.
Dying?
No,
actually, they're doing very well.
One, you have used 2 key points, and I put them as your red bar. So.
Okay.
Oh man, I didn't have time to use the spells.
You did just mix Azamodius fuck the captain up.
Damn.
So what are you gonna do, Cherbil?
I didn't have time to use any of the spells. That makes me sad. I had a really good idea.
Okay, so none of my spells are still good.
Yeah, all your spells are good. The only thing I've done is use 2 of your key points so far.
Okay.
Oh. She's figuring it out.
Not a tentacle monster?
It just
Yes.
don't worry about it.
But you don't see it yet.
I don't even see where I am.
You're with
You're
me.
here.
Oh,
Oh,
I think she meant to roll them with advantage. I think she did the.
Well, either way, she hit with the first one.
Yeah, you hit, Mater. So.
Or you hit, so go ahead and roll your damage, and if you want to, don't forget, you can expend a charge on your blade at any point, and it doesn't cost you an action or a bonus action.
Oh my god, that's... I didn't know that about it. Also, you get sneak attack damage.
With charges on weapons,
Yeah.
I personally am allowing free action to use a charge.
Oh, okay. That's pretty... Well, I mean, I feel like this... Is this a homebrew weapon that she has?
This is a homebrew weapon that I made.
Yeah, then you can do whatever you want with it, buddy. Buddy boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there I am.
So, Mater, with that 16, either way, you hit. So just do your weapon
You
damage
did
and
hit,
then
so go
sneak
ahead
attack.
and roll the damage and the sneak attack damage. The captain ain't fucking around, guys.
no.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. She's so stoically quiet. It's haunting. All right, so 10 damage.
Oh, I can't wait for that
See
sneak
what else
attack.
you got for me. Let's see it. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
I mean, she's more or less hitting for like about the amount of a fireball does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's hitting for a chromatic orb. At one level higher, so.
Ooh.
15, so she hit with 25 altogether. Good shit.
You get him better than you got the last one, but he's still standing. But you do see that where you didn't slash him with this one, you went for like a jab from under. You saw the blade go into his side, and it came out through his armpit.
Oh.
And you ripped the blade back out. And as you did, the blood smattered on the ground behind you. Where
Alright.
you now realize there is a dead gnoll woman and a dead werewolf.
Mm. Oh, and tidal wave is a charge.
Tidal wave is 2 charges, but you can do it as a free action.
Okay, you can do what you want.
She may have a plan for the trees.
Oh! Ooh, yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
What level spell is tidal wave?
A 3rd level spell.
Range is 120 feet. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Like from you. Yes, it's 120 feet
Yes,
from you.
it's 120 feet from you.
Yep, she's gonna do exactly what you said she was gonna
So
do.
you can baptize the entire town in salt water.
And put that fire out. That big fire.
Does that make the demons go away?
What demons?
We're the demons.
I don't know.
So you're-
Everything's on fire. I
you're-
think there's a
You're
demon
casting
somewhere
tidal
around.
wave on everything there, Mater?
Okay.
In that straight line. Just making sure.
You're putting all the fire out.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Great captain. Also loves the environment. What else could you ask for?
So it's actually more of a cone shape that emits from you and goes out to that distance, but you do it, and from the pommel of the sword, when you flicked it out, the doctor and Sprocket actually see it. you see a very bright aquamarine light, very similar to the one on the tower, emit from the pommel of the sword. And Chervil, as you're looking down at it, because this is bright and really distracting, you look down at your sword, and on the handle where the saber wraps around you and then connects to a blade, you actually see an eye open up on it. A bright orange eye, the one similar to the one you saw in your dream. With a black reticle going down the center of it. And you hear in your mind, "Watch it all the way." As a tidal wave erupts from the pommel of the handle behind you, dousing all of the trees in salt water and brine, and you see just 5 feet of water slowly sink into the ground after erupting in a tidal wave, reawakening the tentacle in the well.
Oh.
Talk, it's your turn.
Oh. Shit. No. The tentacle's a good thing, as far as we know.
What? We think.
No. At least Kyoko and I think it's a good thing. Don't worry about it. John, it's your turn.
Talk, it's
No,
your
no.
turn.
About it.
You're moving the bunny, okay.
That was just part of the movement so far, because I still have movement with it.
I think he's looking into that.
He reveals inside of this building is another Azamodius.
Of course there is.
That has just
There's
murdered
one like a
2
flyby.
people.
Yeah, like a flyby.
One like a flyby.
Mm-hmm. It hasn't noticed your owl yet. Or he has, but he hasn't made any, like, motion towards it.
It's an owl. Like...
Yeah, for him, it's an owl. Why it's here in the middle of the day, hard to say. Actually, no, it is currently nighttime.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Because you guys left early in the morning to a town that was to the northeast of here.
Oh, it works out.
So it is still nighttime, just on the cusp of dawn.
And
Okay, so your owl moves forward, and you can kind of peek into this room, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
You think you see another Azamodius, and from where you are, I would warrant this is discovered. And you see an overturned bed and a man's head crushed by it.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a grisly sight to come home to.
It's Darius.
But
We brought him back just to
also-
kill his character.
But also, you see a lot of dead Azamodiuses on the ground here. And what looks like the door to this building broken off of its hinges. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dead Azamodius clones on the ground in front of this tower. Each of them seemed bludgeoned and slashed. And in one of them, you see a giant pierce in the chest that goes from basically the bottom of your bottom right rib all the way up to all the way up past his shoulder, like as if something stabbed in and then ripped up. And it does hear fighting from inside. You're gonna return it to you?
Oh, I'm just making sure I'm still within range of it.
Okay, so it's communicating everything it sees to you. Everything it sees and hears.
To be able to see him, right?
Oh yeah, you see him now. He's not paying you any mind.
Wait a second. Wasn't there something to have to deal with clones in the one-shot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit!
Oh no!
Oh, yeah, this is a funny thing I'm gonna do, because I never got to use it before.
Oh?
I doubt he's gonna hear it.
What are you doing?
Using Mind Sliver.
Ooh.
Ooh. What do I have to do for it?
It is a save.
What's my save? What's my save?
Hold on, let me double check to make sure. In case I got more damage or anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is a intelligence save.
Intelligence save. Ooh. His intelligence save's pretty good. It's a 20.
Shit.
Shit.
Fortunately, he saves.
Saved.
What happens? If he saves, does nothing happen?
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
Oh, that's
Saved.
unfortunate.
So
Oh,
he feels something tingling. You feel yourself inserting your magic into his mind, and he shakes it off. His head trembles a bit, and he turns around to look at you and goes, "You'll have to try harder than that."
Meep, merp.
Just raises the middle finger.
All right. Is that your movement, action, and bonus action?
Basically.
Okay, Sprocket, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna start.
You're
With-
locked in combat with this Azamodius, but your attention was drawn away for just a moment as you saw a tidal wave sweep over your home.
Yeah, it was like
And you're just like, oh fuck.
it was like in the movies when like people are fighting and something massive happens and everyone pauses for a split second.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna start with my bonus attack on this Azamodius. And doesn't 18 doesn't hit, right?
18 doesn't hit.
All right. Then I'm going to Can I split if I kill him with the first hit of my multi-attack, can I split it up and go to this one and hit him with the second one?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to hit with
We'll consider this one your first actual attack, and then
Okay.
second attack, and then I'll let you move and you can bonus attack.
Okay, we'll do that instead. All right.
Yeah.
23 hits.
23 does hit.
Fuck, 4 damage.
4 damage.
Rolling. I just kind of cleave him with my claw.
You cleave into him with your claw, and he drops dead.
Yes! All right. So then I guess that was just
You got him right in the throat as he was looking to the side. You nicked that
I
coronary
have.
artery, and he just bleeds out and dies.
I have just enough movement. I look at the dock and I go, with me. And I move right behind this one. Huh? What? You now control it?
So, Doc, for you, like, this is the first time you've heard your creation speak while being transformed.
Mm-hmm.
And you're starting to think to yourself, oh my god. Oh my god, he's fused with the beast. You've seen this before in your previous experiments. This is the danger zone. For either they live or they die past here.
So I had just enough movement to get behind Shervil and go for advantage on my bonus attack. I got a 23, so
23, roll the hit.
since it's just an offhand dual weapon.
Welcome to the
Danger zone! Danger zone! So since it's just an offhand, I just roll a d6. So I got 6 damage. I hit maximum.
Nice. Okay,
So-
so you get him in the.
Does
I
it?
said the minus thing,
Oh,
sir.
it doesn't kill him.
It does not kill him.
Okay.
You get him in the back of the head.
Wow!
Like you ripped out one's throat, and as you made your way behind this one, skirting around the building, and slashing the back of his head or his back as you came past him. He wasn't expecting you to be there, but he's solid. Like he's not.
Yeah.
He's beefier than an old man would normally be.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you've cut him across the back, and your claws rake in, but they don't go any further than you were expecting them to.
Wait a
He's
second.
still standing, but he's hurt.
Oh, he's got more health than the rest of them. Maybe.
original.
I know. That's what.
And Kyoko, it's your turn.
That's my guesstimation.
Alright. Give me 1 sec. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 20, 5, 60, 75, 80. Okay. I'm going to go around the building enough to here.
Okay.
Okay, you go up to there and you see the other Azamodius there.
All you have is a bonus action if that was a dash.
That was just
That was
normal.
that.
Okay.
That was that a dash? It looked like you just barely made it there.
Well, she rolled
I
around
used
it.
80 movement to do it because I had to
Oh,
go.
I see.
Here, I'll show
Ah,
you kind of the path
you
I
had to
went. I
go
had to
around
go
the building. Yeah.
Here, around, and up.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Yike.
So it's Tom's turn, and he's gonna pick himself up off the floor. Or he was already standing, like he did the little superhero landing.
Yeah.
But he's gonna run around the table for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 movement. And ooh. Alright. So Kyoko, you see Tom catch up to you, and he goes, huh, huh. Readies his shield up, puts a spear up, and he charges straight into this Azamodius with his shield.
Holy shit, Tom!
That's gonna be a... His shield attack was with a... Action attack. Okay, so that's... This is strength-based. So that's plus proficiency, that's plus 7. With a 12, he charges into this Azamodius with a shield with just about all he's got, and he slips a little bit on the blood right as he's about to get to him, and it knocks him down lower than he meant to go. And when he bashes into the Azamodius, backs behind him, he just stands there like a wall and takes it.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
And Tom's just like, oh.
And Tom's
no.
just like, oh fuck. It's Lady Sheev's turn. Lady Sheev, seeing the predicament Tom is in. 5. Fucking. I need my mouse pad back, papers.
Oh, she can make that no
Yep.
problem.
35 to 50.
Yeah.
Takes it behind him. And she's gonna cleave at him twice with her weapons. 5 plus 8. She's gonna do her. Boom, 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 boom. She hits twice. 46 plus 10 with her greatsword. So that's 28, and then burns him for 3 damage. Right? 3 at that point. Yeah,
Oh, she's
3
gonna
damage. So
cook
that's
this man alive.
31 damage. She hurts him bad. Like,
Nice.
so she ran past him and then turned on a dime to swing her greatsword into him once, brings it back over her and just clocks him in the back of the neck with it, and it bumps him into Tom's spear.
oh,
And then he erupts in flames from behind.
Oh, Jesus.
Doctor, it's your turn.
Alright. So, as of right now, with no context, kill Azamodius.
Yes. Well, pretty much this place has been destroyed and he's the only one standing so far.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to him. Oh, what's the 0 or the 3? Oh, my spell slot stuff. Anyway,
Oh, the 0 out of 3 isn't your spell slot.
Oh, that was
0
temp.
out of 3 was temporary HP.
That was temp HP.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which you don't have anymore, so I'll just go ahead and fix that for you.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so. So right now, since he's flanked, I have advantage, right?
You aren't flanking with
only
anybody.
Sprocket and Chervil would have advantage.
Yeah.
They're flanking him, but you don't have anybody to flank him with. in
Yeah.
this Position.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna attack him twice for regular.
Mm-hmm.
First, second.
Oh,
You
Oh yeah,
hit.
Cock, you get the 3 temp HP.
you don't. You won. None of those hit.
Neither of those hit.
Oh, do you
Okay.
want-
I'm gonna use a key point.
Oh.
And do flurry of blows.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2
And-
attacks.
if either of them hits, he's gonna do a con save.
Okay.
Well, for each hit, he's gonna do a con save. 1, 2.
Both hit, so he needs to make a con save.
Well,
Yeah, if he fails either, he's
I'd roll the
stunned.
damage. I'd roll the damage first.
Okay, so crap. Oh, that's right.
Individually though, so like just to see, because he is really hurt.
That's fair. Let's see. What's my attack? Okay.
So what happens if he fails the con save? Is he like
He's stunned.
flying?
He's stunned.
Oh, you're doing stunning strike. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we should see if he dies first. Does the 7 kill him?
So you see Juan run up to, or you see the doctor run up to him, throw a haymaker, miss as he ducked under it, throw a cross jab with his left arm, misses again. So he spins around and with both hands tiger palms him
Ooh!
right in the abdomen and sends him flying into the burning tree, and he dies.
Oh, perfect. And Juan, the red bar is one of the ways I was keeping track of your key points, so you can
Gotcha.
yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Now that it's Stell's turn, he's going to run up in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Seeing Tom and kinda Sheev have this, he's going to go ahead and he's going to use his action to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, going up towards the owl.
He's
Chervil, it's your turn again.
so tired.
He was never made for combat.
He is a cleric after all.
He's a doctor. A real doctor.
Hey, I got my degree at the University of Phoenix.
The University of Phoenix.
Hey, I live in the state. That's fair.
That's really.
Oh man.
Alright, so what you gonna do, Chervil? I
This
see
is
you
tough.
typing.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn, we're just murdering these Azamodius clones.
You guys haven't been hit by a single one except for Chervil.
I got. Oh yeah, Doc and I have hit each
Which
other.
I find fucking hilarious.
All of us, and then the rest of
Because
us.
I've never hit Chervil.
The rest of us have hit each other. Not at Sprocket, at Doc. Thank you. So I wiped blood off my nose.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh man, Mater's really in character. I love it.
So the
So the
tentacle.
Yes, as you can see, it is standing up for now. It looks very weak, but it seems like it's waiting for something to get close.
I look at Chervil and I'm just like, as far as I know, it's a guardian to this town.
Man, we never had to fight the tentacle.
For now. Just try to avoid it. I don't know what it thinks about.
Chervil, as you're asking this, an Azamodius comes out of this building and takes a readied stance to fight you, and you see the tentacle kind of like rear up at it. He's not paying attention to it. Wraps around him, picks him up, and slams him into the ground, killing him instantly.
He just turns into his arms and legs and head just scatter off his
I
torso.
literally can't roll low enough to not kill him.
That's terrifying.
Right.
Sprocket?
We're fighting against the Azamodiuses. No! Don't attack the...
Calculate the range for me.
Don't attack the tentacle. As long as we're helping the town, it shouldn't hurt us. Oh. How much range
you can avoid it.
Oh, you can avoid it. Okay.
Who left?
I'll check.
Oh, Jazz left.
Oh, weird. She'll be back.
I heard Jazz.
All right, so you're wanting to go over there.
Yep, and you can always bonus dash. Well, you can go here. You can go here, the next one over for your full, yeah. And then you can bonus dash if you want.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
Wasn't sure if my headset works since my laptop.
Ah,
I
think
since you're not in combat, I'll let you move over another 2 squares and you can see inside.
Oh, okay.
It's destroyed inside. The staircase is still kind of intact, but not really. If you were to climb it, you suspect it would probably give out. But there doesn't appear to be anything inside other than a dead man.
How's the ring? Is it destroyed? Oh no!
That's a ring now.
It was. There was a wrestling
Fighting
ring in this, or a fighting ring in that building.
The fighting ring inside the unfortunately the fighter's platform up on there is in fact destroyed.
Aww.
There is actually there's an entry hole over here to this building where something bigger than what your brother is. This is bigger than what Kaito has described to you, but this exit hole is the same size, and there's a chunk taking off of the fighting rink that looks about the size of her brother, as she has described to you. So it looks like something got tackled off of the ring and through a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Something big did this.
It looks like made her bonus dash.
And you're wanting to peek inside of there?
I think she's trying to see.
Actually, with that range, you can see it. Hey Darius, are you still there?
I mean, yeah, he's still here.
So,
Hey!
inside, you see none other than, as Kyoko has described to you, her brother,
Yes.
Kaito, wielding a glaive and a warhammer in both hands.
Fucking
And
badass he is.
And as Azamodius runs over to him, like it bounces off the wall to do a flying jump kick, he stabs it straight through the chest with the glaive. And the other one runs in around, and he just brings the warhammer down with one hand, crushing him to the ground. He's beaten and worn, and he looks exhausted. And he's covered in blood. And it's not his own.
Not a scratch on me.
Not a scratch on me.
And for turn order's sake, Talk, you're up.
Are we adding Kaito to the turn order?
This is the last enemy in the turn order.
Oh, I see.
Wait.
By the way, as I'm next to Kyoko, I do as I stop next to her, I just do like a little peekaboo firebolt at this one.
Go ahead and roll the hit with advantage.
Ooh.
24, you hit, roll damage.
Oh, bless you.
Damage.
10 damage. You burn him alive.
Oh.
And with that, turn order comes to a close. Your battle music dies down and switches back over to the sad Gregorian chant.
Kyoko fist bumps talk.
I sprint forward, still in my wolf form, and I see Kaito, and I'm like, yeah, your sister, as I point down the the roadway towards the rest of the group.
Kaito, you've been addressed.
Darius, homeboy.
I just yelled, "Sister!" as I raised both my glaive and my hammer in the air.
He just bursts through the fucking wall instead of going through the door.
I just burst through the wall with both of the weapons up in the air in my hand.
I fucking love it.
Cesta.
Matthew, would you say I can hear it from where I'm at?
Oh yeah.
Kyoko
The sound
fucking
of a wall breaking? Absolutely.
Kyoko just takes flight and dashes off.
I would say go ahead and get there if you're wanting to get there.
Darius, you
We'll
can
put
probably move your
Kaito
yeah.
out here in the
We'll go
door.
about here.
Yeah.
Where is Kaito on the map?
You're
Go-
up
here we go.
here.
Yeah.
You're right here where this green
Oh,
ring
yeah,
is.
I just
Yep.
saw
Yeah.
I'm up here. Okay.
And Kyoko tackle hugs Kaito. Like from the air.
Still haven't skipped a beat. I see.
Not at all. You're looking well.
So they're all dead, huh?
A little bit tired. Use a nap, but I'm fine.
He's just panting as he's run over you.
I just kind of look around as I
there's-
see Kyoko and talk. I'm like, so they're all dead, huh?
See Gnarl?
I turn back. Have you? Yeah, exactly. Have you seen Gnarl, Kaito?
Haven't. I've just been fighting.
You
He kept
okay?
coming
So
back.
the last time you saw Gnarl was 2 days ago, and he abandoned you to go to his building, and when you've not been able to get to that building since.
Oh.
I think he's in that building over there. He left 2 days ago. I've just been here fighting, trying to hold off all these clones.
You've been fighting for 2 days?
Straight. 2 days straight.
Let me check something on my character sheet. I'm gonna go ahead and hand Kaito one of my minor healing potions, even though he's not damaged, for exhaustion purposes.
And I also see you guys made some friends.
For the sake of the Juggernaut tree,
Uh-huh.
something that I wanted to add to it that I probably should have told Darius about this before we started.
I can edit it right now.
Like a real Juggernaut, because he has been in a state of rage and fury for 2 days, he is not exhausted. But he will be soon.
Oh,
He has about 2 hours before he drops asleep.
we don't. We don't have time to wait, though. I wish we could just take a rest, but I look at Thel, and then at the captain, and I'm like, "Can you?" Sherville got beat a bit. Could you patch her up a little bit? We need to move on.
Absolutely. Please, Captain, come here.
While he patches up Chervil, I'd like to go check on the building for Gnarl.
Yeah, I was gonna head that
If
way
that's
too.
alright?
Yeah, I was gonna head that way too. So we go together.
Actually, if you could all gather around.
Oh, we're all gathering around. Wait, hey!
Okay.
He pulls out a little emblem for the Platinum Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Whispers a prayer to it and casts Mass Cure Wounds
Ooh.
in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on himself. So everybody here is going to get 3d8 plus his spellcasting mod in healing.
Well,
I'm like the fall.
so Juan and I are at full, and everybody else is at full,
3d8
and
plus 15, that'd be plus 5, so yeah.
wait.
You all get 22 healing.
Ooh. Give me a second. Ah! No! I don't get health!
You down?
I'm a construct.
Oh yeah.
So I'm back
Doesn't
down
affect
you. That is
to
true.
96. Healing potions affect me, which is convenient, so...
Tog raises a hand to Kaito. Hey, big man.
Hey,
Wait,
hey!
can t- Can Talk cast Command on the Sprocket?
I don't fucking know.
Mend doesn't heal
No.
constructs.
Hey,
Um,
big man. Talk's just pointing at Kaito.
Kaito, you see a little kobold. It's green, but it reminds you a lot of Tick.
You're me of an old teammate of mine.
It's about that. Have you seen my nephew?
Yes.
Tick is your nephew.
Yes, shocker, shocker. And now have you seen him?
No, I have not.
Last you knew, Kaito, Tick was still in the castle.
Or at least of recently. Last time I checked, he was in the castle still, being a ruler.
We
Quite
need, to,
fitting.
we need to go check on Gnarl. As I look, I'm like, oh
Very good
shit,
idea.
Kyoko's already gone.
So, Kyoko, in this
Heading that way.
building, underneath where Gnarl's seat was at this table,
Mhm.
you see a trap door that's been broken open.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down into it.
Okay? So everybody's congregating over there to go down
Yeah.
into the hole.
Yeah. I imagine
Okay.
Kyoko
Whoa.
kind of goes down first. Everybody kind of sees her like just
Jesus.
going down.
What the
Here,
hell's going
Darius,
on?
stop moving your character.
Just
I'll
do it
do
for
it.
me. Yeah, my computer's getting weird.
Okay.
Down
So
the
we're
hole.
gonna
Down the hole.
I guess.
copy.
Bit.
I look at Sherville, I'm like, you remember Gnarl, right? Oh my god. What the actual fuck?
my god.
What the hell?
And you all single file make your way out. Kyoko said she took the lead, so everybody's just kind of up here. I'll let you
Oh.
decide your order.
I was right after her. Um. Interesting.
So go ahead and everybody decide your order.
I was
Place
right.
yourself wherever you're going, but Kyoko went first.
I'll
Yeah.
keep an eye on Sprocket.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me weird? Talk, Sherville, Kaito, what order are you guys going to be going in?
Jesus.
Darius,
So,
I don't know.
do you have a
Darius,
mouse?
click on it with your mouse. Click on it with your mouse. The image of Kaito. Just click on it once. Click and then drag again to wherever you want to place him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. It's just for some reason it keeps acting like, yeah.
Do you have like a
moving the
mouse?
actual whole board up?
Do you have like a mouse, or do you have are you using a trackpad?
I'm using a mouse.
Oh, okay, weird. Then I have no idea.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we'll just go in this order for now. Oh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tom is gonna take a phalanx guard to you. And Thel is gonna stand there as he's more familiar. And then I'll let Chervil Chervil's like one set. Talk, where do you want to be?
I am fine in the back.
yeah.
You're fine in the back, okay?
I'm fine in the back. Okay, okay.
Okay, so Chervil, go ahead and take your place in the order at which you guys are walking.
Yeah, it's just that Kyoko needs to be in front. Okay.
Okay.
We have made
So
an
you're
arrow.
all... Yeah, you have. You're all walking in. The tentacles are unmoving. They lie stationary on the ground. And some of them slipping into the water. The water beneath the town in this cavern you had no idea existed. Although, to Kyoko and Kaito and Sprocket, you guys kind of figured there was a well underneath the town, considering the well.
Yeah.
But there's no... You didn't know this was under here.
Vader's wondering if they react to the saber.
When you hold the eye of the saber up to them, you see they very weakly try to squirm like they're reaching for it, and then just fall short.
Oh.
Are they dying?
It
Or
looks
just-
very pained, almost like watching something that's been reanimated moving.
Okay. Okay. All right. I call, Gnarl. I call out to him as we're walking.
No response,
Oh.
but you do see him laying down in a cracked sigil.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
that's exactly
And
what
I
it.
rush
Yep.
forward.
Oh yeah. I would like push my way through and run with Kyoko forward to
So
him.
Kyoko and Sprocket, you two run forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need both of you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Balls! Why is it always us?
Magic.
We got dumb bitch juice, Jazz. We drink out of the same pot.
We do.
I got a
Wait,
15.
it's a magic based.
Hold on. Gotta put my
Is it
modifier
magic
all
based?
the way back
Oh,
down.
is it magic based?
18.
Kyoko, you save from it.
Oh, okay.
Sprocket,
Yeah.
take 8d8s of psychic damage.
Oh man, we gotta drink out of the same jar of dumb bitch juice. God damn it.
That's 40.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Kyoko, you run through this barrier you didn't realize was there on the cracked sigils,
Psychic damage on Sprocket.
and your head hurts a little, and then you look over at Sprocket, and he looks like somebody just electrocuted him.
Sprocket, are you...
I
What
punched.
happened?
I just punched the ground, chipping a piece of the sigil a little bit more with frustration, and I stand back up, uncork a greater healing potion, and just fucking pour it on myself.
You hear in the back from Dell go, "Ooh, that looks like it hurt."
And I,
Yeah, I would be careful, everybody. Let's not be hasty.
I go to Noel, and I immediately check for a pulse. Oh, that's cancer.
Make me a medicine check.
Oh man, I'm not a medicine man.
Medicine man, take me by the hand.
Lead me to the lane.
Yuck.
You're having a hard time finding where you would find a pulse on a knoll, because their arteries are a little weird. So you can't find a pulse.
Oh shit, oh fuck, Sprocket, this isn't looking good.
Can I use a survival check?
Survival check. Okay, so you're checking to see if he's breathing.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I would say. Okay, I was gonna say use perception if you want to listen for his organs moving, but you rolled a 21 on survival.
Either way, it was the same for both of them. So
yeah. So to address Chervil, no, there's nothing in here other than you guys and these tentacles and Gnarl. And going back to Sprocket, you're listening and listening. 3 seconds go by, and then finally you hear a 3 seconds more. 3 more seconds.
Oh, right.
10 seconds. 15 seconds.
Oh,
it's getting weaker.
His heart. Thel!
Yeah.
Get over here. His heart is. He's dying. He's still alive. We can save him.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Actually, Warforged
I don't
can't get
think
healed.
I can. You know what? I'll just come over. And he runs over, and he's gonna have to make an intelligence save.
Warforged. I just looked it up just to make sure because it would make no sense if Warforged couldn't get healed. So
I can pull him out of the. Okay.
His intelligence save is a +5. He takes 8 d8s.
I'm so sorry.
Cleric's about to go down.
He runs through and he's like, my head.
That was 3d8
Let me
plus
see
10.
him. Oh, whoops. Why the fuck did it do 3d8 plus 10? Hold on.
I don't know. I'm just telling you. Giving you a heads up.
Okay, he takes 33 points.
Okay, it wasn't as bad.
Psychic damage.
It could have been worse.
So he clutches his head and goes, bring him to me. And
yeah.
you drag him over, and he attempts to cast Lesser Restoration on Gnarl,
Okay.
and you're still listening on his chest for the heartbeat. It got stronger for a second, but it's still getting weaker.
We need to get him out of here, but I don't know if he'll survive the.
Time for real medicine.
I look over. Talk.
Matthew.
Oh, okay. Let Jeff.
What's up, Kyoko? Make me an intelligence saving throw.
We know about like the tentacles and stuff, right? Wait, no,
So
of
as
them.
far as you knew that there was a protector for the town. At least that's what. Gonna roll that 8d8 damage for the doctor right quick while we're here. You knew that there was a protector for the town. You knew that Gnarl served a god or a deity of some kind, but you weren't sure which one or how deep that connection ran. From
Could
what
I
you guys
possibly?
From
Okay.
what you can infer, based off of your knowledge and what you're seeing around you, your theory is starting to crumble a little bit on how the spire works. But if it is holding true, then that means that this deity that the aquamarine light from the tower represented was Gnarl's deity. How it's been alive this long, you're not certain. You're thinking. Roll me an Arcana check, actually.
Okay.
Roll me Arcana.
My Arcana's not great, but sure.
Bell will assist you, so roll with advantage.
Oh, that's convenient.
With a 19, you're able to piece together that this sigil, as cracked as it is, was binding Gnarl's life force to the deity.
Oh.
Deity said
You
so
think-
now.
You think it may have been a last-ditch effort to revive the deity,
I see.
but you think it's failed
I look
now
at
that the sigil is
Sprocket.
cracked.
I look at Sprocket and I just kind of shake my head. He's not gonna make it.
Are his eyes closed? Or like
They're open.
I go to close his eyes.
So I got nothing out of my medicine.
And
Out of your medicine,
he got a 16.
You're able to determine the same thing Sprocket is that his heart is failing.
I
His
look.
pulse is getting slower. You tried to do CPR and it picked up a little bit, but it's still weakening.
I look at Thel and I look down at Talk. I'm like, do either of the two of you know Dispel Magic? We're not gonna be in good. It's not gonna be good to try to leave this circle. We're idiots.
Also, with the 19, you're able to glance, Kyoko, that the wave that you've been hit by does not to have originated from the runes on the ground or from Sprocket. As Thel points out, it's something holy
Oh.
that you've been blasted with, but it's not magical.
So
it's just holy.
It's something divine in nature. Okay.
Something divine in nature hit you guys.
I think it was
I
a
sit
protection.
by Gnarl and I kind of take his hand. I'm gonna sit with him as he passes, I guess. So I'm not sure what else we can do.
Chervil, you feel the saber tugging you towards Gnarl.
Okay, she walks over.
So you get on the edge of where you saw everybody else just kind of go like, "Ah, what the fuck?" to the psychic damage, and you hear a voice in your head, the exact same voice from your dream those months ago when your adventure started, when your ship was torn asunder and you were washed up on shore. You hear that voice in your head tell you, "It is safe. Approach my child, my champion."
Wait, what?
And you pass through what looked like that barrier, and Thel scoots over for you to do so. And you walk through that barrier safely, and you kneel down next to Gnarl.
Oh, that would have been convenient.
And he's looking at you. He's looking directly at you. Looks down at the sword. And you see a smile creep up on his face. Thank you. And he passes. All of you take your moment of silence for what some of you knew as a champion, what some of you didn't even know. It's somber. You feel not only is it the sad emotional feeling of death from a loved one or somebody you once knew, but you physically feel the water around you dying, if that makes any sense.
Oh.
You feel this whole area dying. And the water dulls from its normal bright blue to a murky brown.
Damn, I have a joke, but I don't want to ruin the moment.
And that's when you all are fully aware that the deity that was is no more. The sea is no longer on your side.
I stand up.
And
I
Chervil, the eye in your saber grows dull. It's not as bright orange as it was. It's very dull now. And it begins to close.
Yeah, I stand up and I look around at everyone. So he took another one of them from us, huh? We're not gonna let him take Tick away from us either. Is the barrier gone? Can I kind of... Was it invisible?
It was a visible barrier.
Okay.
But you assumed it was just the light coming up from the runes.
Okay.
But it is dyed along with the murky water.
Okay. And I'm just like...
It's still faint, but it's... You suspect that if you were to leave, it wouldn't do anything.
Okay. And I start walking and I'm like, I'm going to kill him. Over and over if I have to. Anyone who wants to, we're going to the castle.
Wait, Sprocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just kind of, I'm listening. I lean...
follow.
Okay, I was gonna say, I lean my head back to listen to you as I'm walking.
Make a sleight of hand check for me, Doc.
You know what Gnarl gave Tick last time
and you saw those
Yes.
clones.
I know.
I'm all for going to the castle, but we need to assume the worst.
We need a plan.
Yeah. We're going to kill
Chervil,
him.
as you're eyeing your sword and how it's changing, you hear a clunk of rocks moving, and you see the doctor trying to very stealthily pocket one of the runes.
Yes. Maybe useful. It may come in handy later. I don't know how. It just might.
Tom pipes up. We need to bury him. It just ain't right leaving somebody dead in a well.
You know, I know we're on a time crunch, but I can't stand to see it. Do you think we can bury him in the graveyard and fix some of the gravestones up?
Is the graveyard on the way to the castle? Is that the road to the castle? 'Cause-
Yes.
Okay. I look, I'm like, well, it is on our way.
This is our home. We can't leave. We can't leave the dead like that.
Collect him. I'll start digging the pit.
I'm gonna go back up and help them carry Gnarl out, because I know he's a big guy.
And I
Yeah, I'm gonna go help too.
I start walking out to go find a thing to dig the grave.
All right. So before I let you all leave, I need to cluster you all together now,
That's fair.
so I can copy and paste the new yous.
I
Now that some of you have taken damage.
always forget that the creators intend that that Warforged can get healed by healing magic. But my health is still with my taking of the
Don't adjust it yet. Don't adjust it yet.
potion. No, I haven't. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's correct now. Major's asking if the weapon has magic now. With the eyes closed.
The weapon is still magical as far as you can tell, but it seems to have lost its connection with whatever god was in charge of it,
Ah. So it's just a normal magic weapon instead of one that is getting...
instead of one that is imbued with holy energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll move you guys over. And you bury him.
Mm-hmm.
His body is still exposed to the elements, and Kaito takes the first shovel of dirt and puts it on them. As you're all burying him, Thel asks you, Kaito, do you have anything you wish to say to the departed?
I can't believe he was gone, and that he was a true warrior, a true champion. He did everything in his right to do the right thing. And I commend him for that. I'm gonna ritual for him. I'm sorry I couldn't help you.
You pass the shovel over to Sprocket.
Mm-hmm. And I
Sprocket, you dig up some dirt from the pile and toss it in.
And he was the first person to accept me for everything that I am. Truly. And I cannot forget that about him. And that's
You pass
why...
the shovel over to Chervil.
And that's why I'm going to kill every Azamodius I see now.
Chervil, you dig up some dirt and you toss it in the pile, and if you have anything you want to say, go ahead and type it out.
Oh man. I'm excited to see what she has to say. She's on point with the character stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Ooh. I like how you have us all arranged, Matthew.
Mm-hmm. I did it so Thel is the one reading the last rites of the dead.
Yeah.
I probably should have put him up here, so that way it would look better, but nah, he's fine here.
Wow, we had exactly enough people for that too. Holy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there, a familiar Steven joined.
I didn't know him as close, but he brought me to you guys, and I wish I could have done more to help.
And you pass the shovel to Lady Sheaf. My grandfather told me stories of a gnarled warrior from the west. Ferocious, unyielding, but overall protective. He said he killed 200 men over a child. I wish I could have met him. And she throws in some dirt. She passes the shovel to Kyoko.
Takes the shovel and sighs. We never really got along all that well. But we came to this town and nearly destroyed it. And you still took us in. You gave us a home. You gave us a family. I'll never forget how you protected everyone and the kindness that you showed your people. Thank you for everything. I shovel some dirt and I pass it on to Tom, I guess.
And Tom takes the shovel from you and he just throws some dirt on him and says, I wish we could have been here sooner. And with that, he's buried.
Ooh.
Oh.
Thel hums along to your melody talk. You didn't think he would know the song, but he does.
I roll my shoulders. And I'm kind of looking at everyone. Who's ready to kill an asshole?
Rocket, there's one more thing we have to do before we leave.
Mm-hmm. I look at you, wondering.
I go through my bag for a minute and I pull out a piece of cloth and a oak symbol that looks like that's in the shape of a waterfall.
Right.
And I hand it to Sprocket.
It's Genfear's stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaito, you recognize that what she's holding in her hand is what Genfear has always had hanging from a medallion whenever he prayed.
I look at Kaito, and I'm just like, we ran into him, and he didn't make it out of our last fight. Well, last fight with Azamodius, that is.
He bought us time so we could get out.
He fought with everything he had. And I hand it to Kaito. I know.
And then just grip it. Just rage. But then I calm down because I know I don't have a lot of energy left in me.
And Kaito, it's as he hands it to you that this feeling of exhaustion bears down on you, like standing under a waterfall. And you take 2 points of exhaustion. From this point forward, any checks you make are made with disadvantage.
And attacks.
And attacks are made at disadvantage, and your maximum health is halved.
No, it's a speed for 2.
Oh, it's a speed?
It's a speed.
It's a speed for 2?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so your speed is halved.
And
So you can only move half your movement speed, and everything you do from this point forward is done so with disadvantage except for saving throws.
which is convenient. Is there anything we can do other than rest to get him back on his feet? We don't have time to wait around, and I don't...
Thel just kind of looks at you and goes, I wish I could do more.
Just frustrated growl, I guess.
He needs to sleep. He's in no condition to fight. I think he's done all the fighting he's going to need to do.
I agree.
At least for now.
How far is the castle from
Otherwise, it's
Alfield?
going to be a liability.
4 miles.
4 miles.
4 miles of hiking.
Yikes. That's not... We could do that in a day, but it's not like... That would be less than...
It's not an easy trip to get to the castle. From the castle, it's very easy, but the castle rests on top of what used to be a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
The stone was quarried from the mountain to build the castle.
Right.
So it's about halfway up the distance of a mountain. It's 4 miles going horizontally,
Mm-hmm.
but this isn't. You've got some altitude to climb.
I'm guessing. Would it take us a day to get there?
It would take you roughly 8 hours to scale the mountain.
You can
Jesus.
find like a cart or something in town, because it's a town. You should have one.
We're doing the card again. Okay.
We're doing the cart again.
Yeah.
You're looking around and there's nothing left.
How much of the material
This town was properly raised.
How much wood is left?
Oh yeah, we could make a sled.
Splinters here and there.
We could make
There's
a sled.
splinters of wood here and there. There's the table that gnarled through that you knew had the most solid wood,
Yeah.
but even it is wedged into the stone that resides underneath the wood flooring.
Ugh.
None of
Maybe,
these
like-
houses seem to have survived,
What about the
except
roofs?
for the building.
What about the roofs? Are the roofs still
The roofs
like?
are made of thatch and mud.
Ugh.
You feel that taking them apart would cause them to completely crumble.
Ugh.
None of the overturned beds or anything are okay.
Any tree? Well, so we saved some of the trees, but I don't think we'll be able to make anything out of them.
I can.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, because we saved a bunch
There
of
are
these.
trees.
Wood.
They've been burning for a few days, and a lot of them are in a burnt status. But
There's
you
probably
could attempt to.
there's probably enough
Does
good
anybody-
wood.
Does anybody have any rope?
Yeah, we all have rope. That's convenient.
Well, there's plenty of floorboards.
Talk. What can you do?
Talk just cracks like the knuckles.
Uh,
They're all the wood. 10 minutes.
All right. Kaito, just sit down, catch your breath. We'll probably put you on, like, something so that you can sleep while we're on the move. You need some rest, and we are fresh and ready to go. So, John, what
Yeah.
do you make out of this 10 minutes? I'm interested.
What are you making What are you making in these 10 minutes, Doc?
So this is going to be taking up a spell slot for this.
I appreciate it.
But fabricate.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And
Oh, so you're casting fabricate. Gotcha. All right.
Yep, as long as I got the materials.
And there's a lot of floorboards and some trees that aren't, like, too burned. I think
It
we
even
would
says
have.
I can use a clump of trees.
Oh, wow.
But what are you making? Just go ahead and let me know what you're making.
Wagon.
A wagon cart.
You're gonna make a wagon. Okay. So you make a wagon that looks like it'd be big enough to carry Kaito in, and you have it now.
Yeah, I get... one of these buildings I'm gonna take the thatch off of a bunch of buildings and try to put some bedding in it so that Kaito can rest better.
Okay. Just so you know that with any of you hauling Kaito,
Yeah.
it will take you another 4 hours to get to the top, as you're having to pull Kaito up a mountain,
I can also cut that as well.
With fly.
even if it is on a wagon.
Yeah.
I believe I still remember that ritual Cosimo did with the hunk of mithril.
Don't remind me. I look at Kyoko and we're just like probably both willing to. She went to go to the bathroom break. And I'm just like, the two of us will pull it for now.
Okay.
What did that little ritual Cosimo did? Make the wagon fly.
We're gonna make the wagon
Okay.
fly with a ritual cast. Awesome.
All right. So I'm gonna put you all together again.
And we start our journey with Kaito sleeping in the wagon behind us, or resting. Yeah. You deserve to kill him too.
That was much as liability, but whatever.
Jazz, I volunteered you to help pull the wagon that Kaito's sleeping in.
that's fine. I was planning on it anyway.
Cool.
It's floating
You
too,
all
so-
arrive at the castle.
So 1 point of exhaustion should be off, maybe.
It takes you 8 hours to get here, but you do eventually get here.
Mhm.
And Kaito would be in the back.
Yeah.
feel like it'd be Sprocket and Kyoko up in the front, and maybe Chervil back here or something. I don't know.
Castle got some renovations.
Yeah, it did.
This is the whole castle. What you have seen before is the throne room, but you are aware that this is typically what the castle looks like.
Yeah.
You arrive at the castle, and of course the first two doors are locked and sealed. What do you do? Also, I should note that the platform you're standing on is a bridge. So there is a moat around the castle
Okay.
that was formed naturally from the mountain. And there's about a mile stretch of bridge that you have to cross to actually get to the castle.
I'm gonna tell Sprocket do the sort of police knock, and I'm gonna do a fly around and look for any open windows in the meantime.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll go to knock on the door.
You do the police knock, and how do you knock?
Um.
Go ahead and knock on something to give me an example.
Is there knockers on the door? That's a.
There are not.
There are not. Okay.
It's solid. What looks like spruce, maybe dark oak.
I go and we'll see. Should try to pick the lock. I'm gonna try knocking first, and then we'll see if you can pick the lock, Chervil. So.
Okay.
I knock on it.
So how do you knock?
Do you not hear it?
No, I couldn't.
Oh. It's the best I got. I don't really have it. I knock on it, and it's
okay.
Yeah.
Is it kind of the pound, like, closed fist? Or
Yeah, it's closed fist. Yeah.
FBI, open up! Yeah.
No response from inside?
Chervil, try and pick it. I step out of the way and let her go forward to pick the lock. Does Jazz find any open windows? While this is
no open
I'm gonna check
windows.
to see if they're locked too.
Oh, are they?
See if I can open any of them.
So you check all the windows, and they're built stained glass into the stone.
Right.
Like they don't open.
Damn it.
And the only window that actually looks into the foyer is this one up here in the north. The rest of them seem to look into rooms. One of them into a storage room. One of them into a bookcase. Almost like somebody barred the window with a bookcase. Weird.
Do I see anything in the windows?
You do.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, Chervil, roll me a d20 plus your dex plus your proficiency, since you do have the tools.
What do you see? As Chervil is going to pick the lock, I'm like, what do you see? Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay.
Jazz, you probably move your character to one of the windows.
I'll move her.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Because I'm not sure where the windows are.
So you see these little blue things along the castle, like along the wall?
Those are the windows?
Those are windows, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is, Bader. It's that. I'm gonna move.
So a d20 plus your dex plus your proficiency bonus, yeah.
Since I can move Mater, I move her up with me.
Oh, it's proficiency bonus. I was reading it as player book. I'm like, what?
Player book.
So, Sprocket, you hear it, and right as the click goes off to unlock the doors in front of you,
We're gonna blow up.
you already heard what sounded like things fighting inside. Like these Azamodiuses aren't just standing here; like they're in a defensive stance. And Kyoko, you can tell that. As the door swings open wide, you're all able to to see and hear it, you hear
Oh.
as what looks like a metal man with large claws for hands dashes through this Azamodius, ripping off its head, pounces, and slams these two into the ground, killing them instantly.
Can you enlarge the picture?
Yes, I will. You see this before you.
Huh.
And Sprocket, in a very familiar tattoo you have, you see 0-03. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Ah, of course it is.
I was about